Hey everybody, this is John, and welcome to the closing video for Friday. And what we're looking at here is that it is the end of the month. You can see here that we've got about 5 minutes left. And typically, into the end of the month, I look for a little bit of, and this is something I've learned from Tony too, a little bit of a push down into the last few minutes. So I was going to start looking here on the short side of the S&Ps. And just start accumulating a position here. And it looks like we're starting to come down. There we go. And looks like we're starting to come down here a little bit. Typically, I'm trying to see if I can hold on. I'd like to see if I can get 2 points and just hold on to this and see if we can get a peak. Usually it's kind of like right at the cash close, so that's about 5 minutes away here. And we're going. Let's see here. It'd be awesome if we came all the way back down to this pivot, of course. But usually we'll get the flush. Just starting to see a little bit more volume now. Let me auto center this. And then I'm going to put in some buy orders down here. Let's see. Let's go 2 points below, 3 points below, 4 points below, and 5 points below. I don't know if we're going to get there. But, it's just kind of one of those things where at the end of the month you see a little bit of kind of asset reallocation and stuff like that. And oftentimes it can result in a little bit of pushing down on the indexes. So now I've got 4 minutes to sit here. And you can see the volume here starting to pick up a little bit to the upside. And definitely a lot of red here on the tape. A lot of waterfall action. Just when you see a lot of red, it just means the bids are just getting hit. Just boom, boom, boom. But again, just looking for here as we get into the last few minutes to see if we can get some decent selling. And it may not happen, but it's just something that actually tends to happen at the end of the month. And so it becomes kind of a nice trade here. And you never know if it's going to be 2 points or 4 points. The biggest I ever saw, I think one time was like 10 points. But typically it's just kind of a couple of points. So now we are approaching the 3 minute, almost the 3 minute mark. And boom, let's see. I'm watching the time here and the time here. And what I'm watching here is just time and sales. I mean, time and sales, it's more just to watch it. I like to obviously see more red, showing me that the bids are getting taken out. If I see a waterfall of green, that means there's some buyers coming in. You can see the volume here is starting to increase. In the last few minutes here from 2:30 on, we did have a nice little rally. And now we are getting into the last 2.5 minutes here before the weekend. So what's interesting about this too is if you think about this, especially on a Friday afternoon, is that Wall Street, the United States, is the only market on the planet that's trading. Like everybody else is closed. Everybody else is either Friday night. They're in bed, all that kind of stuff. And so we're this is the only market that's left. And so now we're going into 2 minutes left here. And then typically again when this happens is really just right at the close. You get this kind of a waterfall, kind of a cascade, and you just try to hold on to the position and not be too nervous. It's freaking out and trading is never a good thing. And boom, now we're in the last 2 minutes. So we'll see what happens here. Again, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we just kind of came down and swept all my buy orders here, and then I could just go enjoy the rest of my weekend. And the good news is, the nice thing about a trade like this is that it's going to be over pretty soon, so it's not something you have to sit there and worry about like for weeks at a time. You just got to worry about it for about 5 minutes. All right, we are getting down to almost a minute left here. And it's tough here because obviously I could get out of this right now and have like a decent profit. What happens if this rips higher? I mean, that's just kind of trading. There are no guarantees in trading. The only guarantee in trading is that you never know exactly what's going to happen next. All right, so we're cruising along here, starting to see the last minute. We're going to start to see volume kind of increase. Let's see if we get dumping into the close. Again, wouldn't hurt my feelings if that dumping actually happened pretty fast. You can see here the volume is definitely starting to accelerate. And then what I'm looking for is literally here in 30 seconds. Let's see if we can get the dump. 69s are trading. Volume starting to come in pretty decent. We got almost 20 seconds left, so I'm just watching the time and sales here. So 20 seconds left. And just looking to see if these orders will come in here right at the cash close. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, take some of them out. There we go. And push. And there we go. So now you can see it's just kind of ripping back up here. So now I just want to get out of the rest of these. Let's see if I can get out. Oh, come on now. Don't race off without me. And oh, there we go. Am I out? Yes. Cancel all, flatten. Okay. So anyway, that was kind of the flush. In this case, it was only about 2 points, so my first target got hit. Sometimes you'll see the flush come down just like huge. This one came down and just kind of came right back up. So anyway, thought that never a dull moment. But that is it. It's Friday at the close. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you at the next one. Okay, so I had a few questions on Carolyn's class that's coming up tomorrow, Saturday, on Fibonacci timing. So this is what we're talking about here. And you can see that this is all based on symmetrical and in timing and stuff like that too. And this is a classic where it looks like here where a lot of people think it's the end of the world, she's getting timing for a new buy signal and a new move higher that's expected to be the same length as the old move higher, okay? And then has specific targets in place where she's expecting the move to reverse. Another example here, this was a recent timing low that she had in TLT. So you had it here, and then you had it here against support, and then boom, you've got the extended target here, and that's just, that trade's been rocking it. And then another awesome one was in gold, and again, you had timing here for a low, and then just recently timing came up again, boom, nailed it right into support, looking now for gold to go to the extension. This is the GDX to 3162. So this stuff is great because you essentially have a, it's like, hey, by the way, it's time for this to reverse. And so that's what's so nice about it. All right, so if you are interested in learning about this great stuff, Carolyn's going to have a class on Saturday, July 30th from 1 to 5 Central. If you're seeing this after the fact, that is okay, because she will be able to, you'll be able to see the recording. And there's also going to be live trading on Thursday, August 4th from 12 to 3 using her levels. So fantastic way to learn. And you can see here the strategy class by itself, $197. Very, very reasonable price for some amazing information. And if you want to see it put into practice, the live trading is just $297, and that includes the Saturday class. All right, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.